once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. It is Monday afternoon, Monday evening, kind of where I'm at. And tell you what, man, I have had another inspiring, incredible, amazing, unpredictable day today. And I hope you've had fun with your day too. Oh, man. What an adventure this life is. Brothers and sisters, I'm feeling this. Finally getting started, Jack. What's going on, man? Good afternoon to everyone, to all of you who are here. I've got some good news I'm going to get through, and I've got some real new, I've got different I've got different perceptions on old ideas that have been with me for a while. But today, the universe, this experience as me, brought me some confirmation and some hope. All right. So today we're going with a little Tal quote, right? In the background piece is available, of course, but this idea, walk with faith to live without fear. I say it often. I share it regularly. Walk with faith to live without fear. And I got some stories I could unpack with that too. But faith is with you, whether it's realized or not. That's something I want to point out. It's obvious and it's true. If you stop and you think about it, you have faith. It's either in your problems or your solutions. It's either in your limitations or your opportunities. Faith is with you, but what direction is it pulling you? See, I never thought about that. I spent most of my life thinking I didn't have faith because I didn't have faith in God, right? But I had faith. I lost faith in myself. I lost faith in people. I lost faith in a lot of things, talking about in my past, back when I had the drinking problem and the addictions and obsessions and truly product of conditioning and society of today, right? That's what we all are, brothers and sisters today. Today, I've been moved by so many different things. I discovered a new teacher of consciousness, one with a strength and a confidence that really resonated with me. And he was talking about some things along the lines of unconditional love. Love without conditions. These reminders for me, they were well timed. Praise God, our God, the God of universe and time and the way that everything through time unfolds so perfectly, one thing into another. So that yesterday was so that we could be today, right? We are today so that we can be tomorrow, hopefully, should God allow, right? We never do know where things are going to go. Oh, let me come back. Yeah, let me bring myself back. Frank, thank you. Thank you sincerely. The stuff you were dropping and the support from so many of you guys, it really is truly appreciated. It's recognized by me. So I hope you realize it is appreciated. And I agree with this prediction. Chats with Jack, it's going places, y'all. The optics are through the roof. Part of the good news today, I'm not going to go into details because, as some may know, if you're familiar with the Talcottian lore, you got an idea. I've had some people that want to apparently consciously sabotage me. So I won't be going full into details, but I tell you what, we've got some incredible guests lined up to meet with you, right? With me here on these live streams with Jack Talcott. First guest coming up, I believe we penciled it in for this Thursday afternoon. So I'll get these things scheduled as I can and prepared as we do. But man, I talked to this guy today, and holy cows, his faith is strong. His touch with the Spirit of Christ, the Spirit of God, the Spirit of knowing is strong with him. He's got an incredible testimony of his own personal transformation, and I believe he and his wife, not too many details, but he's currently on a path of helping others, right? Helping others achieve transformations in their lives to discover their purposes. Earlier, before this conversation, I had another idea pass my way, and I discovered someone else doing this too. Tapping into you, right? And I'm not claiming to be perfect at it, but I've been trying to figure out how to tap into me. And so it looks like I've discovered others who are knowing on how to tap in, right? Figure out what is your purpose here? What is the meaning of you? Why are you you today, right? These are questions that we may not ever wonder about. We may think they're unanswerable. I can't know that. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Imperious blessings to you, man. Thank you for the membership. That's right. There's a number gifted. By the way, a little shout out. I don't do a lot for the members, but I did reduce the cost. So for those of you who have been generous with your support, if you want to reduce, I think you can do so. You got to do the cancel and whatever. But anyway. Inspiring guests, discovering destinies. Yes, so Thursday afternoon, it appears I should have a scheduled guest here invited by me to promote his book, right? He's a published author. And so promote his book, some of his programs. Hopefully we can, well, ideally we'll discuss some of his testimony as well. And then the following, next week on Tuesday, I have another incredible guest, a man who has authored apparently many books. I had not heard of him until recently, but, and I'm, again, more details are to come. But this man apparently has incredible testimony. God has blessed him. Apparently, he's had personal experiences and is currently had successes helping others discover personal experiences with Jesus. So if I get a chance to discover that, whoo, yeah, I want to do that. So that's what's coming up next week. And Chuck in Tennessee, golly geez, man. You truly are an example of generosity. Okay. Truly. And thank you. Thank you for sharing the memberships, and congratulations to all of you who did receive. And yes, Frank, thanks. Big savings too. I hope for more to come. I truly do. I truly, truly do. And yes, thank you, Chuck. That was very kind of you. And again, congratulations to all of you who do win the lottery, so to say, because it is random, as they say. But you know what? What is and is not? There is so much to unpack. This topics today, discussing faith and God's love. Earlier today, reminders of unconditional love without limits, without boundaries, without reasons, just love, and just like a limitless love, a never ending love, right? That love is what I imagine comes from God. For that's what I've heard about people who've experienced Jesus. It's like this, or people who have experienced these near-death experiences. They've gone to the infinite and they've just melted away into nothingness of love, right? To realize that you are here to do the will of God, and God is with you. So the universe is designed to move with your will. When you align your will with God's, you're on the right path. I mean, that's what makes sense to me. You got to align you with God. And then how do you know what that is? Well, the reality is truth and love are one, right? To know one is to know. It's just there's no separation between truth and love. It's just how it is. So whether you like the truth or not, whether you like something or not, is utterly irrelevant to love. Okay? So be with love regardless of what the truth looks like. And then be with the truth regardless of what love might look like. Okay? Don't don't distort your own character by convincing yourself to lie. Don't distort your own abilities by making excuses and talking yourself out of trying or talking yourself out of growing, or men, talking yourself out of doing the right damn thing. Okay? I got a lot of things in this heart today. A lot of thoughts and things have come through me. Samsonite, my prayers. A bad accident today. Okay. But if they're in the hospital, let's be grateful. Okay. That support is there. Let's trust that the right hands, the right beings, the right minds, they're on staff. They're there. They're prepared. Right. Let's trust that miraculous healing, that testimony is available. Right. So let's thank God for that. They were struck by a car while biking and the person drove off. Um, if that mission is done with love, that's for you. Okay. But if it's anything other than that, it's for someone else to do. Okay. And if I can help you navigate or be of some sort of support for you, you know that I hope you know. You do know. I get that, Samsonite. Accountability. We all have a part to play in ensuring justice and righteousness, right? Without justice and without righteousness, accountability disappears. Responsibility is gone, right? People are hiding answers. They're hiding from answers. And that is this world we've got. So I get what you're saying regarding a path to achieve accountability, justice, right? You want to account for what happened, what part someone plays. Um, Trust God brings the justice, and that all things true will be revealed, right? And then maybe there are ways for you to find that answer, and then you can turn it over. You can do what you got to do, right, to help bring the answers. So. Hey, thanks for the heads up, show non. I'm not too worried today. I really am not. Um, Blessings and love to you all. Tell you what, my thoughts today. Oh, I want to point out something pretty obvious. It seems simple once you see it as simple. It's the way things are, right? Unconditional love. Love is who you are. Okay. Hey, that I can I can understand, I can understand, right? Um, you are great and God is with you, okay? And that anger is not yours, right? It's just it's part of what you're dealing with, that's for sure. But love is who you are. Love is who you are. For you are God at the greatest level, that is the truth. You are that which created you. You are love, Imperious. I know. You're such a clown. You're so amazing. In some ways, it is sad that we have not yet accepted God. When I started to understand what I was missing out on, yeah, my mind is like, dude, what was wrong with you, Jack? I had no clue. I had no clue what I was missing out on because I made the mistake of judging God by what I saw people do. If you've done that, if you've judged God because of what you've seen people do in the name of religion or whatever, please don't do that. A personal relationship with God, it's available to you. And anything that's available, well, it's available to you and it's for you. And it's up to you to accept or deny a personal relationship with infinite love, a love that's has no forgiveness has been given because there's no judgment with unconditional love. Accept the forgiveness. Repent from who you were so that you can become who you are to become. I've heard this twice in the last couple of days, this idea of you and I are all on this path of predestiny. We are predestined, okay? There was a plan, but the explanation of that makes sense that I heard too. Predestiny, you're destined, right? So you choose a destination, you have a plan, you have a goal of where you intend to be, right? And then you set out on your adventure anytime you go anywhere. It's the way you work. But so that's what God is doing with us. We are all predestined to become just like Jesus, just like him, filled with love, maybe miracles, maybe not. Everyone's a different story, but we're here to be pure. To be true love is to be who you are. Anything else is a lie. Don't accept lies, not for yourself. Don't accept lies for others. And then what do? What are you left with if you don't accept lies? Well, you're just left with the truth. That could be misunderstood as I'm hearing myself. Um, Back to something that might hopefully be helpful, a comparison, right? So you can judge where you're at. One of the best things to take a look at, to be honest, is how comfortable are you in your skin? How does it feel to be you? Do you feel good? about you? Do you feel good about being you? Or are you nervous? Are you worried? Are you ashamed to be you? I used to be ashamed to be me. Fuck, I mean, I was and I wasn't. Because I was and I wasn't good. But once you stop going back and forth and you just make a determination, okay, love is all I want. Love is all I need. The only answer is for me is with love. So I'm going to be with love and never stray again. Because the only way you can be with love is if you are being with the truth. Hey, man, blessings to you. I didn't worry too much. I assume there's people out to get you, man. I get it. Um, hey, and you know what? I could keep going on for a long time, but I really, when I keep going, I don't really pay attention to what's going on in the chat, and I don't know how anyone's doing. So I guess I could figure out a different way to do this, but for those who do wish to join, wish to discuss love and faith, please feel free to do so. And you know what? Man, I think I added Grace back already too. So why not? I reacted, and boy, this experience online with so many different people in this bizarre situation, right? Where everything's public, everything's recorded. It's all real time, not scripted. It's I hey, you know what? There may have been things said that sound one way. There may have been even things said and planned. But how things end up, that's the real thing. I mean, I appreciate the willingness to look out for me. Show not. Appreciate that. Um, but here, these ideas of faith and God's love. Initially, I just thought about talking about God's love, but it's not just that. It's everything. Who you are, who I am, who we are on earth. We are that which is becoming. So we are the signs of growth. I just got two bizarre characters. I won't let me not judge or bastardize. Okay, let me not spoil the tea. Um, I'm wondering about how we're going to stay on topic today, but the point is to discuss faith and God's love. JG, how are you today, brother? Dear God. My next guest, I'm hoping can do better today. Let's see. Snafu,
I got a question, Jack.
please.
Do you know anyone that's put their balls in a microwave?
I don't know how you could shut the door.
I could stick like a little piece of paper in the little thing, right? And then still turn it on if I get my balls in there in the microwave.
That doesn't, I don't know. That's not something I
What?
would ever,
What? I'm trying an experiment here.
for what?
My balls in a microwave.
So, how is this related to God's love?
God's gonna love me by not giving me third-degree burns on my nutsack.
And what is your part in this plan?
To open the door and press the on button, I guess. And then my balls being part of the experiment.
This is
Oh yeah, I was on Grace. We were watching Jack. So anything new going on today? Because I know you don't want to talk about the subject I wanted to talk about, which is your disrespect, your optics of disrespect for Polly boy, who um you guys very caught it up at once, but the other day he basically said you're worthless piece of shit. Same shit he says to all of us.
All right. It appears that Snafu is not interested in taking this seriously once again, so I will roll the dice and take a chance. I know, Ruby. These people are reflections of us. Okay, that's what I keep reminding myself. There's aspects of Snafu in me. I reflect him, right, in some way. But these people are literally nuts. They've deceived themselves and they're constantly trying to deceive others, trying to paint a false reality. It's just absolutely nuts, man. Actually, Ruby and I might be able to collaborate something pretty cool. Maybe we should talk sometime. Here, I want to be respectful to the most respectful. Welcome back, Frank. How are you today, brother? You're muted if you're there you go.
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to share it out real quick. That way, I make sure I get some more eyeballs on chats with Jack.
Frank, thank you, man. I appreciate you so much.
No, thank you. Thank you for having me up. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was about to bring another guest up, and then you showed up. Maybe I should have waited while you were getting things set up, but
no worries. But really quick before you do,
please, yes.
Can I say a short blessing for Samsonite? I heard about the grieving and the injury, and I'd just like to say a real quick prayer, if I may.
Please.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Lord, bring peace, healing, and recovery to Samsonite's family at this hard time for them, Lord. We ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen, brother. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
I hope he can find the healing, because revenge is not the answer.
Thank you for that reminder as well. Beautiful. And Arpol, thank you for that. Yes, for those who haven't yet found Frank Monday, check him out as well, please.
Thank you. Thank you, beloved.
Here, let me bring up our friend, another philosopher and big thinker, Ducks Y. How are you, brother?
Good. How are you doing, Jack?
I'm feeling blessed.
Good.
What are your thoughts or any ideas today? Faith and God's love.
Good. So I just wanted to bring one thing up. So first, what did Snafu say? That got stuck in my head.
What was he talking about?
He's our friend here.
Yeah. He left already from the back. I honestly don't remember what he was complaining about this time.
Okay. So it triggered me, though. It triggered me regarding sexual accountability.
Okay. So if something triggers you, what does that mean? I mean, it says something about you, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've been sipping coffee all morning, dude. I had a lot of social stimuli. I did a live stream, Jack, this morning, and I'm trying myself to identify things like putting my balls in a microwave that might, like, because that's what Snafu said, right? He said I put my balls in a microwave. And so I'm trying to figure out stuff like that leads me back into like God's grace versus makes me further away from it.
If I may, Duck, I think you're a super intelligent and articulate guy, and I wanted to kind of bury the hatchet with you. I know that we had a little bit of static and a confrontation. I think my main gripe comes from just like flippant or wishy-washy like patterns of speech. like that analogy he used a moment ago of like balls in a
Snafu said he
microwave.
was going to put his dick in the toaster.
Right. They're just like, is there really any place for that? Like on Chats with Jack? I'm curious. I know you don't think that.
I don't think regarding like just regarding, I think I would say like the totemization or tokenizing, conflict when it's not authentic between two people. I don't feel any animosity towards you, right?
Good.
There's
I appreciate
yeah,
that, brother.
yeah,
Blessings
of
and
course,
love to you.
and I've talked about my experience with on like Sasha Gray's gaming streams and stuff like that, and so that
Oh my
is my
God,
banana
shut
for
up.
scale. The banana for scale is
Jack, can
technically
we
for
drop
me,
them in
like,
back so that they can microwave their dicks together?
can you shut up,
Well, Duck.
bro?
Yeah. Hey, Duck.
Thank you, Dusty.
Please. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Welcome to you, Dusty. How you doing today, brother?
Thank you. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm feeling blessed. I really am.
Blessings, Dusty. You gotta pay the $2 to get me bumped.
You haven't. I paid the $2 last time, and Jack didn't honor it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, this Fiat game. I haven't been very good at playing the Fiat game.
I've tried to teach you.
I know. And I was actually, you know what? Salute to Powder Dusty as well. If you haven't subscribed, you should. It's fun. It is fun. And I don't know what exactly you do, but you do have a way of engaging, right? The audience and keeping them.
Jack, why didn't you pick a
engaged.
topic today? Would you mind?
Go microwave your balls.
No, can you?
What do you think he's back there doing, Jack? Do you think he's no?
Again, it's just like the flippantness in his speech. He knows the topic. You did a really good monologue, and he came in off topic, so he more interested in things from Snafu. Dusty, what's going on with you these days, man? You got big things a brewing?
I just woke up, honestly.
You did a long stream last night. I saw it. Turn long. JG, you are a bizarre one too. I'm trying to understand.
That's you. You inspire me.
I can inspire, but I know I confuse people too. So that's what's been challenging. Hey, people hostile. I don't know why people are so hostile. I hate that corny internet culture of hiding behind inauthenticity and irony as if it's a strength, not a weakness. I'm not sure I follow that clearly, but why are people so hostile? That's where our world is at today. It's a sickness. It's a sadness. It's evidence that people are lost.
Is that an indirect diss at me?
It certainly applies where it applies, and God bless, you are here for a reason, JG. As is our next.
No. None of that guru stuff. Is that really an indirect shot at me?
No.
Jack, when are you going to get that
No,
haircut?
ask her.
You said you would get a haircut. When is this happening, dude?
I don't know
cut
that
your
I
hair,
did.
Jack.
I was going to. I said I
Like
might.
Samson. It's a part of your power. What's happening,
Right,
Jeremy?
I
How
was
you
just
doing?
about to say that.
How you doing,
Yep,
Frank?
yep.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
So what's up, Jack? I haven't talked to you in a bit.
Yeah, and given that I was just, given the information I was just told, it's interesting you show up as you
What
do.
information?
Or are you coming from the Thorpes? You trying to win favors with Grace again?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm mad at her right now.
Why?
She's holding my laptop hostage.
Still?
Mm-hmm. Well, she's going to come out to Nauvoo and deliver it, but I'm going out to
Australia.
LA, so
Holy shit.
Trying to get her to ship it to me.
You
Jack,
didn't
have you
kill
been to
yourself
LA?
yet?
You've been to LA before, of course.
Jeremy, you
Right.
didn't kill yourself yet?
Who said that? Iceman?
Yeah,
That's
not cool.
JG. Yeah.
Yeah, it's me. Anyways, I'm
Flip
headed
it.
to LA. Got a friend that's trying to make it as an actor out there. So we're doing a whole acting arc.
Is that the friend that was here yesterday?
Jim?
Jim.
Jim's been here?
Yeah. Jim
Yeah.
swung through yesterday. He did mention that you may connect with him.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Hey, Ben, how are you
He's got
today?
the right.
Hey, it's Mrs.
Muted.
Doubtfire.
No sound, Ben.
We got no sound. Ben was talking about some type of ranch in Texas.
That
That
looks
I
like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Anyways, I just
Oh.
wanted to come up and ask about the haircut, Jack. I really do think it's a good idea. You know, like switch things up a bit, keep things interesting. Cut the hair.
I am inclined as it warms up, and we had a day or two where it was like 90 degrees recently, so it's in my
It's that
thoughts.
time. Oh yeah, and can I ask what happened with Paul? I saw you had some issues with Paul. It's so sad to see that. Just didn't work out.
We had difficulties communicating.
The loop continues to loop.
Yeah, clearly.
Can you hear me now? It said it was working. All
Yeah.
right.
Now,
Yeah, you should
now you're here.
run a poll on the
Well-
change and look, Jack. I think your image is dialed in.
Thank you,
A
Frank.
trim is enough. Yeah, a trim's enough.
Maybe a trim at least for sure. But
Mm.
welcome back, man. How
Thank you
doing?
very
Benjamin.
much. Jack, I want you to help me with Jeremy. Okay, so he goes, we have his laptop. I said, send me a postage paid
Oh yeah,
sleeve. We'll slide it in. We'll put it in the mailbox. Is that reasonable?
Yeah, I agree
that's
to
right.
that.
I did hear that.
Okay,
That
so
is
so we didn't burn his wallet. We have the laptop, but I'm saying
Did you
left
microwave
it
his
here.
balls?
We did let him say no. We burned my wallet, an old wallet I had as a fake of his wallet. Wasn't his wallet? It was my wallet. And I'm just saying, how hard is it, Jeremy, to get like a laptop shipping box? Put your address
I
on
can
it.
do that. I can do it. Yeah.
Well, do it. How many months does it take? And you're threatening to
I
go to
said
the
I would do
police.
it.
You're
Last time I
threatening.
talked to Grace, she's like, I don't even know if I still have the thing. Come on. She just wants some drama out of it. I can tell. Yeah, no, I'll do that. I'm gonna need it in LA, so
But then you go. Okay, I'll send you an address. But I send you the fake. I sent you the wrong address. Ha ha ha. And it's like
Yeah.
I don't
It
want to be
wasn't the fake
responsible for sending
address.
your
It was the
laptop
Google
to the wrong
address.
address.
Yeah, that was my bad. Google, the address where I'm at is
Well,
different on
I know.
Google
I'm
than
not
it is
going
on
to
the
do that.
mailbox.
You send it that way. You can't accuse us of give the wrong address
Right.
on it. Like I will
Right.
send it to that address, and then we're legally
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I can do that. I can do
free,
that.
right? Is that fair?
You promise you're not going to
Tell
But
you
I
what,
do want to come out
put
to
a bunch
Nauvoo
of
this summer.
dog poop
I do
in
want to come
there?
out.
you'll.
Watch the
Well, I
iRobot,
mean,
guys.
So,
You're not
so
gonna
what you're
gamble the
saying is that
laptop?
when you get this back, you're not going to open it because you're going to say
Seems
there's
like you
dog
guys
poop
could
in
do
it.
this somewhere else.
Come on.
Yeah, guys, can you please work out the details elsewhere?
Yeah,
Please.
we can. And
Thank
Ben,
you.
hit me up
Well,
about
I mean,
this
this is
guy
like
in
basic
Texas.
irrationality.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm out of here. Ben, hit me up about the guy in Texas. That is kind of interesting.
He's coming on the stream in a little bit. Grace's stream.
Wow.
Right from Texas.
Admiral Gibbs, he's a streamer.
Okay.
You know.
Ben, you're a bitch.
Who's that, Iceman?
JG.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Place
Well,
and
how
time.
can you elaborate on that?
Probably could, but he's a bizarre one. He doesn't always answer or explain. It's fascinating. It really is.
He's a mysterious one. Frank, nice to see you.
Good to see you, Benjamin. Welcome. How you been doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing really well. We're trying to have
Good,
more
good.
fun. You know, it's important with women that you have fun with them. They don't like it when you get too serious. So
These
trying
are
to make
very
life more fun.
Go ahead.
here. This quote, this reference. There is so much wisdom to be found, right? Let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. There's reasons for those things because it helps us understand each other better. It's
True.
really that simple.
True.
Yeah, people feel compelled on these spaces, like these panel spaces on the internet, because they don't want any dead air. So they seldom take time to reflect, and they just want to constantly interject, right? Keep the thing bumping, keep those numbers up.
I got distracted by money. Powder Dusty, $2 distracted me. Drop Frank. I don't do that. I don't do that. Hey,
Thank you, Jack.
thank you, Grace. Thank you for the raid. For those who swing through.
Good magic.
Yeah. Now, Dusty, though, he's a different. Oh, God bless you, Lala. Lala
Nice.
Blue. Bless you. See, that gives me a legal, logical excuse.
Keep me around for a couple more minutes, huh?
I think you're still behind. And please
Am I really?
Please stop trying, Powder Dusty. I appreciate the contribution sincerely. The bidding war, so to say. Where'd that
Am I
go?
still in the red? Oh my god! Oh my
Wow,
god! Okay,
man.
before you kick me, Jack. Before you kick me, I came up because I wanted to empathize with Samsonite and tell him that when my father died, my older brother stole our entire kingdom. Very wealthy establishment my dad had brought together. Anyway, it sat with me as such bitterness for such a long time that I bought a hunting rifle and slept with it under my bed for 10 years, envisioning the day when I could take him out. And it caused me nothing but suffering. Ultimately, I reconciled my anger. And when I saw him again, I just didn't trust him and I didn't have really any love for him. But I gave him a hug and I told him, hey, shit happens. In the end, losing everything at such a young age made me a better, stronger man somehow. I was able to go out and get it on my own. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. I can imagine the feelings of loss, betrayal, right? The frustrations. But also, you're absolutely right regarding those lessons. And holy
Frank, you ain't been
cow,
through shit, man. You ain't been through nothing.
possibly not. But here, I got to get caught up here because holy cows, this is.
Yeah, we got to recognize some of these super chats, man. It's on fire out there.
That's right. Block Dusty was the last one. Thank you,
Yeah,
R4.
good. Here, let me get a
$20
count on this.
to goodbye for Frank. Then from Melanie, blessings to you. Keep Frank. Dump Ben.
Ben's stirring up some shit.
Lawrence, thank you. Hail to the almighty prophet, Jack Talcott. It's funny that Cowboy Dusty wants to drop the only normal guest on the panel. Frank is a good-looking man. I agree. Our poll, blessings. Holy, I agree. It's getting out of control. And Andy, thank you for the continuing support and generosity, contributing to the Frank Preservation Fund. Block AVG for her cupcake story nonsense that I don't remember, but our poll, thank you. Pray for Illumitami and Gobbledygookish. Thank you. Don't waste Ben's previous time with fluff. Fascinating. Thank you.
All right, by my accounting, I moved into the black, Jack. I've got 10, 5, 2, 2, and 10, which puts me at 29 to stay. And Dusty had 22 coming in to drop me. And then there's $2 to block AVG, $2 to pray for Tommy. So prayers for you, Tommy. And Ben accumulated $4 to get him dumped. So
So I'm at -4. I don't even know what's the parameter.
I don't know.
There isn't any.
Jack doesn't know.
Jack doesn't do that. Yeah, Jack doesn't do that.
I don't do it. But I think there's actually another. Dusty might have nearly $30 on you, dude.
Are you sure? I got 22.
Well, there's another 4 from before.
Is there 4?
Oh,
Okay,
but
let me
it
see.
It was countered by Lala's 10.
Yeah, I got 29 for me to stay.
All right. I think you're
And
right.
26 to get dumped. So he's going to have to come up with another $5 to get me out of here. Dusty, $5, man. Drop it fast, bro.
Here. You know what? Here. Holy cows. Hey, Grace, blessings. Welcome to you. You're muted.
All right.
You're not coming through.
Wow.
Powder Dusty with the big bucks
Whoa.
acting as a whale. Frank,
Daisy Poo
I
looking
think you
good.
understand. Right?
Okay. I do. Blessings. Good magic, everyone.
Hey, much love. Dusty achieves the victory. Grace, welcome
Is it
back.
working now?
It is
Yeah.
working now.
Jack, I congratulations. That is a crazy big.
Yeah,
red
that's
donut.
great.
I did want to say I apologize. I was setting some people up to come over here to ask you some silly questions.
We had
That
a
is
challenge.
Very naughty of me.
No, we had a challenge,
But
but
all of them failed.
we all
so
failed, Jack. You win.
The challenge was to come over here and see if they could get booted off in under a minute, and
Yeah.
all of them failed because you're so
You're too
generous.
patient.
You're so patient. You wouldn't even.
I was
boot them
hoping I
off,
could
so-
yell at Jeremy to the point where you just knocked me off, but I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
And the
You
balls in the
guys-
magicrowave, that was Snafu's idea. We did not
Are you
okay
guys-
that, but he just went
Are
with
you guys Jewish? The Thorpes? Are you guys?
it.
Jewish?
Maybe. We may be.
Hava Nagila,
Wow.
Hava Nagila, Hava.
Um.
But then I did give up and I just rated you.
Yeah, we were supposed to go back and try again and come up with another thing, but Grace just rated you and said I gave up. These Zoomer kids, Jack, they got no discipline.
Dude.
Well, I was left with Duck
Wow.
just restreaming. I mean, it's
I
very boring.
Anyways,
thank you.
we
Thank you.
apologize if you take it as disrespectful, but we were just trying
No, it's not. And
No,
to
Jack
hear,
Jack got like 100 viewers
Yeah.
plus like $200 in donos.
Yeah, he did
Jack
actually pretty well
I
by
got
it.
one
Jack was the
$10
winner.
super chat the entire stream. So
in every way, and no one could troll Jack. Not even one of us were able to pull it off.
I've been learning. You guys have triggered me in the past, but at the same time, you guys have both been very supportive of me. So
Yeah, it's true.
It's
We
an
think, and maybe this goes off what you're saying, Jack, is that there are a lot of dummies on the internet, not worth your time, waste of time, losers just there to waste time. But there are a lot of people who are relatively minor creators who have maybe not like the fullness of like what it would take to make it in like Vegas or in LA or something, but who have something really, really great. That if they could work with others, and get out of their safe space, they could, as a group, really succeed. And a lot of these people are and including you're way more interesting than almost anything on TV, right? Like the sitcoms and all the garbage they hand you, or the nightly news, you know what I mean? The corporate media, way more interesting. I'm not saying there aren't bumps there, and you admit that, right? Like there aren't like things that probably wouldn't make you fit to be like the anchor of CBS News because you'd call bullshit out or whatever, right? But like, I do think the key is this, like, connecting people who aren't connected. And maybe in some ways that's what you're saying, but I'm saying the internet. You've got your guys who always come here, they're comfortable here. Maybe they're too comfortable here. You know what I mean? And we've got our people, maybe that we're all too comfortable in our places, but
yes and no. Yes and no. I had a conversation earlier today with a man who's got kind of an interesting story, interesting testimony like me. What we were discussing is this possibility that God has separated many, right? And it's in these periods of separations and isolation that we go through these through the refinement. But there's
Mhm.
many of us that God is using, right? And God is using all of us, right, in different ways. But
I agree.
I think I've had this idea, right? Once I started thinking about how the mind works, as I understand, the neurons fire and creates these pathways between them. Well, that's kind of what people are. We're these new ideas that have come into form here on Earth. And if the new good ideas can unite, well, good overtakes the evil every time. So it works. So I really think,
I mean, I would say yes and no, but it's
well,
always a back and forth.
actually, Ben, you've got a study in theology and such, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a guest coming. A couple of guests got scheduled with me earlier today. Why did I bring? Oh, the first one. I spoke to the first guest earlier today. And these ideas that God has sent us, we are here to bring forth the new kingdom. I'm becoming more and more and more convinced that it's becoming true. The world is about to transform, and it's going to be exciting and glorious, and everything's going to be better.
What specifically is the transformation? New World Order?
It will be the same world, but in a new way. Ways not done before, but ways that have always been available.
Oh, really?
Well, Jack, let me ask you this. So, you know the critique, and I know you're, I think, way too sensitive to criticism because you're too self-critical, but let me just say, I don't think it would be offensive for you to say that a lot of people say you say vague stuff and you don't connect it with, say, historical Christianity very tightly, which I know that you're saying, I know that, and you do respect traditions. You do respect traditions, though you don't identify with them in a kind of, because you have problems with institutions and things like that, and whether human nature has warped them or whatever. But do you think it would be good to have more meat on the bones in terms of saying, let's say you were to say, okay, yeah, the Old Testament contains prophecies of this, or I was saying to you, Pope John Paul talked about a new springtime coming, or Our Lady of Fatima in 1917 said we're going to have a century of bloodshed, and then afterwards, do you see what I'm saying? That way it gives it more substance and is less kind of that critique of saying well, Jack is just keeps saying we're right about to all experience heaven. It's you know what I mean? Would you be interested in that, or you kind of prefer it to keep away from that?
Keep away from what?
Keep away from aligning yourself too closely with a tradition, which wouldn't just to cite, let's say, Our Lady of Fatima wouldn't mean you're a Catholic, of course. You could just say this tradition seems to be backing up what I'm saying.
I've been trying. Yes, that would be very helpful. It would be. I've been trying to figure out what is it that would be most aligned. I haven't spent an awful lot of time looking, right? But the guy coming, if everything works out, the guest scheduled for Thursday. His views were the same, that through the teachings of Christ, we were given the way. And so when we recognize Christ with one another and Christ with ourselves, the fulfillment will be through us. We become the body of Christ. And so what I'm talking about, it would actually be fulfillment of prophecy, these goals of ending secrecy. Because without secrecy,
what prophecy are you referring to?
The early one.
I mean,
well, the early ones, and it would be the return of Christ. I believe that when we clean up this world, we realize he's always been here with us.
Well, let me ask you this, Greg. Jack. Sorry. Like there are false prophets, right? There are people who get a lot of people to think that follow me, and they lead them down the wrong path. I think you would admit that, right? Like someone like Jim Jones. I'm sure you're not saying like that was a great guy or whatever. Haley's Comet, that group. So how do you differentiate between like those who are like, say, let's say fellow travelers with you and other people who might say this kind of stuff and it's actually coming from a dark place? Do you think that's possible, that it's like the light is actually a darkness? You know what I mean? Like that it's...
Everyone has to figure it out. Everyone's got to discern for themselves, but the only way one can discern is if they actually pay attention and understand. And if you listen to what I'm saying, I mean, the math makes sense. It really does. If people unite together and we end secrecy, the wars and the lies and the deaths and oppression, they can all go away.
You're not saying anything real, Jack. You're just pushing a cult indoctrination. You're just saying nonsense.
That's literally what you're doing, unless you can bring forth some more specifics to convince that cult nonsense is...
You talk about Jewish mythology like it's real. You're pushing Abrahamic religion nonsense.
Here, actually, that might be your limited view, but I can explain
No. Dude,
I can explain.
You got to get your ass beat, man. Somebody's got to beat you up.
Chill.
Seriously.
Wow.
Chill.
Iceman has no chill.
Lalo, welcome to you.
Hey, big head. Oh, pretty good. So I just got done skimming through the Thorpe stream, and it was they try to send a volley of Jester Max.
We admitted. Yeah. We confessed.
Yeah,
Jack
and I saw
us.
it. Took me 15 seconds to notice. I know. Yeah, of course. Now, I wanted to ask you about the Ruby thing, because it seems like she's trying to stalk the Thorpes over panel, be it the CT panel. So apparently she's trying to, at the same time, have an RO against these two folks, but then also going on every single collaborator's thing, and it's rather weird. And you've been pretty nice to her, and you've been bonding. So do you guys have something going on?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I'm open and welcoming to pretty much everybody. I didn't know. Is there restraining order between you guys? I'd forgotten there was incidents.
Yeah, there's a physical...
From us towards me and Grace. Not
after
vice
she
versa.
assaulted myself and Grace. It's crazy how the law works.
So I can't talk to her, and neither can my dad. But
yeah.
Okay. All right. It's part of this. Is part of the way that this place is, but I actually believe we're all kind of old enough and mature enough that if we want to figure out how to get along, guess what? We can figure out how to get along. We can.
I usually think communication is a better option than legal things, but I would admit, of course, in some situations, the law is the way to go. If some life and death are at stake, you know, but usually if it's a social issue, I think you got to exhibit social skills. I don't think legal skills are a way to substitute for social skills, but that is in many ways how our world has become. And so people are afraid to communicate honestly, and I think that's a shame.
It is, and it is by design. We've given up social skills and created a dependence upon this fractured, divisive system. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, Lalo, I want to run this by you because you're proud of your intelligence.
I'm a god. Yes.
Okay. Good. Okay. We are. So, I just made the statement pretty confidently that if you follow the math, it makes sense. The solution for the world is to end secrecy.
Mm-hmm.
So what stops us?
What stops the world from having peace?
From ending secrecy.
Well, because obviously you have a benefit as an adult or any power player. You could take it to international relations and all that. Of course, if you want to be manipulative, you want to hold secrets behind, and that's also pretty obvious. Now, when it comes to big things like the Iran war and obviously the special operation Ruby's doing against the Thorpes, it's pretty clear nobody here is being honest, including yourself. I'm the only straight shooter now that we have a lesbian on panel. So, I mean, obviously, that's the bottom line.
You think Jack's being dishonest?
Jack,
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
don't you press Lalo to end his own secrecy? He
Oh,
has
you think Jack
secrets.
has a secret in terms of Ruby?
Un amor prohibido secreto.
Lalo has clearly, he's outsmarted himself. It's so cute.
That's
It
right.
is. It is.
I've like ascended beyond the circle jerk of my own ego. It's like, oh, yeah.
No, you haven't. You're close, but you're stuck.
Oh, I'm
On
edging.
you.
I'm about to
No,
release.
you're stuck
on whose
on
forehead?
you.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Myself. Is there a mirror? Anyway,
Holy cows. Well, seriously, I believe this would be fulfillment of prophecy. If we end the demonic secrecy and the lies that the governments and the corporations do, truth reigns supreme. And then if
Does.
everyone's honest collectively through groups, we can establish fairness. And I actually think some of the billionaires would probably feel a lot better if they learned how to share. If they knew that their sharing made a difference, I think they might share more. But just like many of the poor people, many of the rich people have lost hope. They've lost faith because mankind is lost collectively. We have Donald Trump as the
GOAT.
commander in chief.
hell yeah.
I kind of am back on Trump's side. I'm a Trump supporter now. Because he
For
said
what?
enough is enough. Enough is enough to the Israelis. Like no one's ever said that to the Israelis. Enough is enough, and the U.S. is not going to let you keep doing this.
When did he say that?
He said it in about the Lebanon thing. He said like we're not doing it anymore. Enough is enough in all caps. So maybe he had this weird long way of you playing the long game so he could get there and say he said the U.S. of A will not allow this. So that's interesting.
Well, I hope that's true because he said a lot of things.
Yeah, right. That's the problem.
And
The GOAT.
well,
The main protagonist.
Too much saber rattling and no one believes.
No. well,
any of it.
thank you. He's literally the emperor has no clothes, right?
All the
he's
clothes.
No, he's naked.
It's Gucci like Gucci Mane.
He is
But
naked.
he still has the ability to, he is still the commander in chief.
Yeah.
So if he wanted to suddenly, he
Nuke
could.
Maryland.
Well, this is all the more reason why I think that it would be wise for people in America to find people like me, if not me, find people who are willing to talk to Donald Trump because apparently people around him are afraid of him or something.
I have a good idea for you. So Jack, why don't you go ahead and collab with Ruby? She's not going through menopause yet. Maybe give it 2 years. But the point being is that she is dying to make content. And a lot of people, a lot of men in her life, kind of like Grace complains about, like, are making her a lesbian. She hates the men in her life. You are a very safe guy. That's what people said to me last year. Anyway, so the point being, though, is that you should probably do IRL with Ruby in D.C. She lives in Bloodhaven, Connecticut. So she's closer than Grace is, honestly,
True,
to
that's
you in
true.
D.C. And you can collaborate pretty easily. And
Well, I got
ultimately-
another
yeah.
idea, Lalo. I know for a fact, Jack, that Lalo is super close because we visited him with a friend of his called Red Eagle
Red Eagle Politics. Yeah.
Politics, who
Spread
is
Eagle
like
Politics.
a very
Spread
big,
Eagle, yeah.
is a very big, like 200K streamer who almost
Right.
exclusively streams to young conservative men. Okay, so like maybe the IRL thing, I get how that's like it's like a 1 in a million going to Dallas. It's too, but like just clicking on, if Lalo could, and I think he could, get you to speak to them. Now a lot of them are going to go, "Oh, this guy is just," but you're used to that. You're used to that, and I'm saying, I think that could be a thing. I don't know if Lalo would feel like up to doing that, but like it might be like interesting for them to have a guest for like 5 minutes, you know, to give his pitch and see what they think. What do you think, Lalo?
I'm down. I was excited for the CPAC thing.
Okay.
So ultimately, you know,
You think you could arrange that?
I could do anything I want. Of course.
Bake them
Yes,
a ham.
you-
I think he could arrange it. We were there.
Make the ham,
I tried to make them a ham. Have them have a ham lunch, and they could barely pull it off.
No, Jack liked it, but then he's like, "Oh, I threw up after. Fuck you, Lalo." I'm like, "What?" So I guess that's.
Oh, he threw up from the ham.
Yeah, he's a bitch.
That ham was straight from the store. It was perfect. Beautiful.
No, it was
ham.
good. He's just a bitch.
Yeah.
Beautiful ham.
So I want to bring back to what you
Juicy
said,
ham.
Lalo. Lalo, you said it yourself. You're very confident. You got the right energy. You can do anything you want. What is it you want to
Clown
do?
Pocket. Oh, I don't really know yet. Honestly, it's So okay. So I'm one of those kids that was like very nerdy, wanted to be the president one day and all that, and my whole family gassed me up. All these people from Mexico, I get it. But the point is that I want to my thing, and we talked about this I think last month about boredom. Okay, now I can't drive for like 2 or 3 months. Okay, so my boredom is so fucking insane. You have no idea. So it drives me to mania. And I will say, eventually, I don't know what I want to do, but I'm just looking to be able to drive again, so I can do IRL streams and all that sort of thing. And so that's why I call into the panels. Maybe do something with flying out, so I don't have to use a car, all that sort of thing. So
I'd like to offer a suggestion. In your time alone, practice being.
nope.
It's the only way you can really be comfortable in your skin without being bored. So you bore yourself? You're boring to you?
Well,
Sounds
no.
like it.
No, it's just that. So already I have to watch things like on 3x speed and maybe 2.
I know you said that, but
No, but it's
Might not
legit.
be as
It's legit. I've been
true.
doing that for years. I've always had that thing. So I just have a fast mind. My dad had a roommate at MIT who made the prototype for the 3D printer, and he was the same way. So it's real.
all right. Well, there's a reason you're here. There's a reason we're here. We've got a new guest in the back. Entwine the Mind. Sound familiar?
Oh, that's a banger.
Beautiful.
That's my cellmate.
Entwine the Mind. Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Pretty bad. He's Ruby-less. I think you should hook up with Ruby. Like, honestly, that is the next key for you. She has a lot of connections. She had an affair with the Republican senator out of Connecticut in her teenage years. So
What's this channel about? Is it like a drama channel or is it like a...
no, we're trying to stop the Zionist pigs from killing innocent Muslims in Iran, Gaza.
I'm sorry, is this your channel, Lalo?
Yeah, it is actually. I bought it for $22 and like 57 cents.
Actually, you know what?
I got it on Klarna.
I am liking Entwine the Mind. Thank you.
I just thought it was next channel.
This is I'm the host here. This is my channel. What I'm about today, the topic, discussing faith and God's love. I'm a man who found faith in my life. I have an incredible love for God. I believe that we have the opportunity in this lifetime to create peace on earth. I've got these crazy ideas that I want to talk to Donald Trump and Congress about these things. Just trying to figure out.
Entwine the Mind. Since you have a channel, could you I don't think Jack would mind. What that's an intriguing phrase. Entwine the mind. What can you unpack that a bit for us?
Thank you, Ben.
I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I don't know. You
Really? That's self-explanatory.
entwine the mind. Yeah, just
Yo, that just it.
Entwine the mind.
Ah.
What do you mean? Engage more? Think more?
yeah, you can use those. Those are synonyms for that. I
Okay.
think, for what I'm trying to say.
Okay, you have something you want to say.
Well, yeah, I wanted to talk to Jack to see what his channel is about.
I appreciate
We just
it.
told you.
Well, the main part is this: live without fear.
It seems like the four of y'all up here with Jack. It just seems like you guys don't like him.
What the? Jack is my twin. What do you mean?
It
He's
seems
gonna collab with
maybe
Ruby.
not.
He's gonna
Maybe
make me very happy.
I'm coming out of nowhere, guys. I'm just reading the room as the
You're
best.
coming out for sure. Yeah, no.
I'm
Now,
ready.
my question.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
already.
Okay.
I
So my question.
love Jack. You're right. I don't like Jack. I love Jack. I think
Yeah.
but I love him as a streamer because I think he's got. I mean, that's my primary thing. I think he should be much bigger on YouTube.
Me too.
He's pretty
He's
big.
got a lot of talent. Just really interesting person.
He's pretty big.
Okay, so Jack, my question to you is, I think the next time Ruby comes around, which will be every stream going forward for like several weeks at this point with Armenia, you should press her on this RO thing. I mean, we want content, we want peace in our time. You know, maybe start with getting the Thorpes back together with Ruby, and you know, maybe then work up to President Trump and Iran, because it seems like she's stalking them, and it's you know, it's kind of petty on her end.
I appreciate the heads up. The drama is not really my thing. I don't pay a lot of attention to the details of drama. You do see you are showing signs today, Lalo.
Oh,
Is
Ruby
there
Boater.
a fascination? Huh?
No, I want, like I said, I'm bored out of my mind, so I want all the content. So OBC Don, I don't know if you know who that is, but some like creepy 50-year-old virgin, right? Anyway, so he's over there and he's like, oh, Grace, I'm gonna bring a shotgun to like go fix your car, and so like clearly, I'm trying to instigate these people to kind of collaborate, and having this legal jargon is gonna complicate everything.
But I think Lalo, you're like Jack is trying to say that maybe you need to go a little deeper than just the surface fascination with drama. It's like, if that's all it is, what is there?
Well said. Yes.
Drama gets you killed, man.
Good. Yeah. Content.
No. I think you're missing the point. You're close because you're here, right? There's a reason you're here, and you are smart. But Lalo, you're young and your hubris, it's getting in the way. Okay.
No, it's not.
But I will say, Jack, Lalo appears to be this person who's he's not attached to it. It's just superficial.
No, you know what? You're right.
He's a very humble guy, really.
I'm a piece of shit.
I know that. You know,
he's not.
You're right, though. Thank you, Ben.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it does appear that way, but Lalo is not about that. It's like actual fascination just with the constant movement.
Gayness.
Yeah, you know, like how lawyers in the office have like those balls that just go like this in perpetuity. Yeah.
Well, this is the thing, Lalo. Seriously, your mind may be sharp and quick, but if you're finding boredom, if you're looking for entertainments and distractions, you're missing out.
That's what I've been saying.
What I've been saying, what I found for myself, and I suspect it would be very helpful for you.
Yeah.
You need to learn how to sit still.
No.
Yep.
Oh, hell no.
Good luck.
What about something's even not that much, like just something slower at least, like sitting outside in nature and just not
I kind of
having
do
to
that
have
in spurts.
headphones on or something.
I do that in spurts, but it's like I'll just come up with like silly shit to make myself laugh, and it's just like super annoying. So I mean,
Lyle, when you go to church, it slows down, right? There's a ritual there. Do you ever find that like, okay, yeah, that's good for me?
Oh, hell no. No, I'm like coming up with random stuff in my head the whole time, just like hypotheticals. What am I going to do next week?
Well, Lalo.
But you go back, though. You do go back.
That activity
of
the mind.
I love God, you know.
You're pushing God out by the overactivity.
That is
From
interesting.
my experience, it sounds like, okay, with an overactive mind, you're kind of working God out of the equation because you found the ability to do it yourself. And that's good, but not always so good.
I don't know.
The
You know,
a
to
calm
be
mind, Wallow. That's the key. Sorry to
I've been in a
interrupt.
stalemate with God for like the better part of like a year or so. Okay, it's like because I'll
Hello.
say like, you know, if you need to impart something on me, then let me know, and nothing happens. So it's like,
You don't
and it,
sit and listen.
True.
Lalo, it's so obvious to me. I think it's so obvious to me. You're here with me for a reason. You said you've been in this pattern. I can help. JK, thank you for the contribution. Lolo can sit still, but at this moment, he's found alcohol as a social lubricant. He is a good young man for sure.
I don't
Thank you.
need social lubricant is the thing. It's more of a boredom problem.
Okay, even better. Dude, if you're, what I'm hearing you say is you'd rather waste your potential than explore your potential.
No, I'm literally just waiting so I can drive again. It's really just a 2-month thing. So it is as simple as that because I cannot do anything. I can't I can't go to bars. I can't meet new people for the most part unless I get a ride. I can't fucking get a girlfriend. It's really bad.
It's perfect. So you got 22 days to become a brand new man. That's what I hear. And give me a call. I got time too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys should work this out behind the scenes.
Behind.
I love it.
Oh, private coaching?
What do you mean?
I actually
some
prefer
hands-on
that.
training.
No, I would.
You want a new
prefer-
intern, huh?
I would actually prefer a private conversation because then we're not trying to entertain others.
I
right?
want to entertain. It
That's fair.
entertains me.
I realize that, and that's exactly what I want to get past and help you move beyond.
Hey, Jack, here's a weird fact about Lalo. He claims he makes $50,000 a year. And
70.
he's about to get a bonus to make $70,000 a year, yet he still lives with his dad. What gives? I mean, you could afford an apartment 3 times over at that point.
Well, no, because my dad and my family were like, we want you to stay here. And then when I got the DUI, they were like, okay, so you got to stay here. And then they're like, you've been really fucking annoying.
Why do your parents want you to stay in their house at
You know,
23?
there's really nothing wrong.
I'm not
with
even
that.
sure.
Lalo, stay home with your family. Hey, Jack.
No, you don't understand.
I wanna ask
He
you a
wants to
question.
move out. His parents want him to stay home. That's weird.
Actually, it's okay. Please, your question.
I just want to ask a question. So how does one get right with God?
That I love. To get right with God is to get right with the truth. To get right with the truth is to restore yourself with love, right? So to get right with God, it's through confession. That's where the Catholics were right. There's a process in this. We heal ourselves when we confess our sins. It's up to us to admit. We've got a society that protects the criminals, right? These criminals continue enacting evil until they get caught.
Oh, shit.
They wait for the prosecutor before they want to change. That's the devil's game. It's completely backwards. To get right with God, we admit where we're wrong.
Perfect. Okay, I do have to go. I have to wait.
Okay.
Oh fuck. Okay. Okay. Let's go. More content tonight. Thank you for everything, everybody. You should hook up with the Ruby though. Maybe ask her ex-boyfriend Vincent how tight that pussy is. I have no idea.
No. You always have to do that.
Lalo, it sounds like without a driver's license, you're not the social butterfly or as popular as you might believe. So you've got time. Give me a call, buddy. Please, seriously. Thank you for joining, Lalo. Appreciate you. Respect you. Hope you have a beautiful day.
It's incredibly generous of you, Jack. I just want to say, like, Lalo, you never know. I know that you're like, he just is a guy who rolls his eyes at everything, but like, you never know with him. He may just hit you up.
Confession, What was the second step?
I was offering admission and confession, right, to set ourselves free from guilt. It really is kind of like, have you dealt with any addictions? Been through any of the recovery processes?
Yeah.
Okay. The main principles of that, the path of recovery and the 12 steps, right? Becoming more honest, becoming more accountable, becoming responsible, doing what's right, making amends, right? That's literally what God wants us to be, as good people. It's really as simple as that. I'm confident.
That's your
I mean,
idea.
But the thing is, the reason why we couldn't do it on our own, and so therefore Jesus had to come. We couldn't do the good that he wanted us to be at. There's a standard of good that God set for us, and we failed that. Is that not how that goes? And so Jesus came into the picture.
yes. And through him, we learned the way, the truth, the way, the truth, and the life. It's to be lived his way, the way he showed us and taught us. And his way is to love God. But we live in a world that is literally inverted. Everything in this realm is backwards, right? We've got the selfish who have the most rewards. We've got the cruel who have the most power. It's completely inverted from the way that it should be. But I'm confident the more I looked at everything, the more it made sense that it's true. The same Father, the same God that sent Jesus to the world sent you and I too, right? So as he was, we are. We are the light that has been sent to the world in the darkness. And as it was before, people love the darkness, right? Because that's what's normal. That's what everyone's been taught. That's what everyone's parents told them and grandparents told them. Oh, the evil has so much power. Fear not. Fear not.
Which branch of Christianity do you claim? Just wondering.
This is a great question. I don't know. I'd assume I lean towards the Protestant, but at the same time, while I disagree, that's a deep conversation. There's a lot of variables involved. I don't know.
Jack, wouldn't you say that you see Jesus as a teacher mostly, and you don't kind of believe in the baptism, like that, the religious part of it?
I used to be more like that, to where I saw him just as a master rabbi, master teacher, whatever. But the more I learned about the Jewish faith and the idea of the high priest, I understood the concept of Jesus as our high priest, right? Even though I may not experience him directly, I experience him, I don't know, personally. Yeah.
So from what I'm seeing, Protestants are pretty much faith alone, scripture alone, grace alone, Christ alone. Is that kind of?
I don't know. For me, what I found to be true is God. God is the truth. Okay? And to know God, to know the truth is a sign of love. And if you follow love, a love of the truth, we can find the answers. All answers, all truth will bring us back to God. It really is that way. And that includes to Jesus. That's where my life brought me. I did not want to look at the Bible. I did not want. There was too much I couldn't accept about the miracles and all of that stuff. But
okay.
love.
It sounds like a kind of mystical Protestantism, like mystical in the sense that it's like you don't put that many words to it. You're not that into like the biblical text, but like the meat of it is a personal experience.
Well, that is my experience, Ben. Mine
Yeah.
has been personal, but the thing is, everything I've learned from the Bible and everything, the things I read, it just answered questions. It explains how we are supposed to be. I mean, everything in there has not everything has a reason, okay? But the reason of the Bible, the reason of Jesus, the reason of us, it really is about love. It's as simple as that, or as
It's mind
complicated
control.
as that.
Bible's all mind control.
No. That's what
it
the
is.
foolish that's what the foolish
Takes
want
you
to
away from psychology, mathematics, science, the real stuff. It puts you in a
That's not-
supernatural, religious indoctrination
JG,
cult.
JG, that's
Like
not
that.
accurate. It's actually so deep, so mystical, so mysterious.
You could keep telling
I'm
yourself
telling
that.
you, dude, no, I'm telling you. And Jesus was a mystic. He brought the mysticism, right? He brought miracles. He showed us the truth of what was possible.
But Jack, I'm sure you wouldn't deny like that there are Christian groups that are about mind control, controlling others, cultish, etc.
Oh,
right?
yes,
There's
yes.
like a
There
lot
are.
of, and not exclusively Christians, but
No.
every religion has these kind of
Thank you, Ben.
sectarian groups.
Yes.
Is that what you think Jack is?
I don't know why people call Jack a cult leader, because who is he controlling? They call me a cult leader too. It's hard to say that someone's a cult leader if they have, like, unless they're actually controlling people's lives, if they're just sharing what they think on the internet.
Talcott
I don't
is
really see a
socially
cult.
engineered.
It's hard to see that as a cult leader.
What does that mean, socially
Jack,
engineered?
peace and love, Jack. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Welcome, Imperious. Thank you.
Peace and love, Jack. Peace and love to the panel. You know, Grace, peace and love. Did you ever recover that money, Grace? Peace and love.
What are you doing?
No, I was just asking some questions, Jack. I love you.
He's a jerk. He got Grace to spend $80.
Well, she
he
has
said
the
she was
links
going
to
to
the
get
documents
something.
themselves.
So, like, this
Sorry,
is his
what were you
epic
saying,
troll.
Ben? Yeah, what were you saying?
His
Sorry.
epic troll was to get Grace to spend $80, telling her she could get something that she couldn't get.
Oh,
jerk.
Okay, sorry. And I think he
You can have him up,
interrupted.
It is her
Jack.
fault.
Jack, you can
Believe
have
him.
him. I got scammed by
but what's
Imperious.
it
That's
gonna
me
add?
being an idiot. So you can have
Yeah,
him up if you want.
I'll
I'm
vouch
not
for
trying to
Imperious
control
too.
it.
Yeah, I'll vouch for
Really?
Imperious.
They
Yeah, I
want some fire. There's not enough fire here, is what they're trying to tell you, Jack.
No, that's not that.
That's a
It's
lame
just-
fire.
I think you have
I
to
think
give
Iceman's
Imperious
bringing some
time
fire.
to say what he needs to say, and then he'll like mellow down. He's just that kind of person.
I think
Yeah,
it
that's
was
true.
up.
I agree.
That might be. You're bringing some
He's a
wisdom
good-hearted person,
today.
but
Thank you. Thank you. But Landry, I think you got interrupted. You were joining. How are you? What's
I'm
going
doing
on?
great. It's a great day. One of the best days of my year. It's good to be here. You know, there's something on topic, but I have horrible memory, so I lost it already.
Is that because it's 420 and you're smoking weed?
Not yet. I'm not moose, but maybe I should start today. I don't know. I don't have much working with already, so if I mess with it, it might be pretty bad for me. So I got to stick with the.
As I was saying, Jack, peace and love, and Grace. Actually, you have links on that document to the actual documents themselves if you actually read it. So, peace and love, Imperious actually did help you with several hyperlinks that are located on that document. Peace and love, Jack.
Is that not true, Grace?
It is true.
Oh.
No, it's not.
Well, can you send her
There
something
are
to
links
help
to
her?
hyperlink documents of the things she's looking for, just not all. I wanted her to work a little. You see what I'm, Jack? This is peace and love. I'm trying to guide her. I'm not like, see, Jack. I think the problem is, Jack. A lot of time you're kind of too much of a teacher. You help these people too much, I think, Jack, because they need to find their own way a little bit. Like, Jack, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I mean, all she had to do was read the document she downloaded, and there are hyperlinks on there to the actual thing she's looking for. Like, Jack, this is everyone blames me for being such a horrible person, Jack, but I'm the fairest person on here. Everyone knows where they stand with me, Jack. You know I love you, Jack. Peace and love. Like,
one of my favorite
like,
things that you've done, Jack, recently is you've made some pretty clear rules about the quality of these microphones, right? What's going on, Imperius? What's going down here? You can do better.
What was that?
Your
what
mic
quality of
quality
microphone,
is,
sir?
it's garbage.
Sir,
it's like Tommy.
Sir, look, I have a Galaxy Fold 8, sir. My phone is probably more expensive than your monthly SSI check.
And you still can't
So I'd
figure it
like
out.
for you to please. Jack, can you tell him why he's insulting me, Jack? I didn't come on here insulting him, and he's trying to come after me in an aggressive manner.
Well, Jerry's like Grace respond to you,
like Jack, why? What is this? This unchecked aggression will not stand, man. I mean, like, what is going on here? Like, Jack, am I the only one that follows the effing rules? This isn't Nom, Jack. There are rules here, right?
Can you pause, please?
Yeah, pause.
Because when we pause, then we allow others the opportunity. Grace, do you have anything you want to say? I don't even know what he's going on about. All right. Okay. God bless.
God bless you, Jack. God bless you for having these panels, Jack.
Will you actually stand
Honestly,
by the rule?
yeah, Jack, that's kind of mean, Grace, that
Sorry,
you wouldn't
what?
even just say I'm like, Jack, I would always apologize. I apologize to people all the time when I'm wrong, Jack. I think that's the humility you're talking about earlier.
Well, please pause. Please pause. And Twain. I couldn't.
No, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Jack, but peace and love is the humility to ask for forgiveness. Jack, when we forgive, we know forgiveness. You know, I think, Jack, that's what we need to understand. When we forgive, we know forgiveness.
Correct.
And I think, Grace, I forgive you for being upset with me. I still love you, Grace.
Have
I don't love
forgiven
you
yourself?
I do. I forgive myself for being such a horrible person, Jack.
Right.
I really do. I look for, Jack, I know that I am an inadequate, inequitous being, Jack.
Actually, can we have a real life serious conversation?
I am. I'm telling you how inequitous I am, Jack. How I need help. I can't do this alone. I need God, Jack.
Do you want to change?
Jack, I think we're always in a motion of changing. We're one people in progress. We got to change.
What do you want? Do you want to be right?
Jack, here's an honest answer. I don't know, Jack.
That is honest.
That's an honest answer, Jack. I don't know what I want, Jack.
If you could know, would you want to know?
That's a scary question, Jack.
Not
really.
really.
Jack, you're asking me to drag myself out of the fog of disillusionness. And actually,
yes,
Jack, that is a really Jack, give me some time to think on this, Jack. Jack, you're really enlightening.
That's fair.
Jack, you can't ask. These are some in-depth. Jack, you're asking me to look into my id, my super ego, and my shadow. I need some introspection before I can just give you those answers, Jack. You know what I mean?
But as soon as you choose an answer, the answer is made. And it doesn't have to be perfect as long as you're willing to.
It's the desire to be better, Jack. I think that's what we need to all have. The desire to be better.
When are you going to start, Imperius? When's the desire going to begin?
Well, I am starting right now. That I came on here spreading peace and love. I haven't cursed one time on here.
But have you
I haven't caused any kind of aggressive tendencies on here. I've been pretty harmonious when I've been on here, Jack. Right now, last time I was on here too, Jack. I think I've been pretty harmonious with anyone.
But you do have this pattern, at least here and now, of kind of dominating.
Jack, I am a kind of a dominator. I don't know what, Jack, I've always had that personality of that will to dominate.
Well, Imperius.
No, it's a weakness, Jack. It is.
No, it is. It's from an insecurity. And that's
it is, Jack. It's from a sick pleasure to see others in pain, Jack.
That's okay. So the only reason one would do that is if you're carrying around some hurt within you. Have you addressed the hurt?
Jack. I am hurt, Jack. You know what it is, Jack? I feel like I'm a man out of
authentic, motherfucker.
Jesus, Jack,
you're gonna make me blow up.
Jack, he's cut. Jack,
because it's off the
rails.
Can
I continue, or am I? Jack, I'm trying to open up.
You read it, authenticity.
Usually, Jack. I'll let him go. I'll let him go, Jack. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. Me opening up is upsetting another person, Jack. Jack. Would this happen at an AA meeting, Jack?
Well, I'm not sure. Imperious. It's hard to know if you are or not.
But Jack, I am. I'm sitting here telling you honesty, and Jack, Like seriously, I'm sitting here. I have a sick desire to hurt and dominate others. I'm admitting to that, Jack.
That is,
Like
well,
that's a big admission, Jack. That's a healthy admission, I think.
it is. It's healthy to admit and to reform from, for sure.
Yeah, we Jack. Look, all I'm looking for is love, Jack. I just want, Jack. I told you, I feel like a man out of time. I feel like an old soul, Jack. Like I should have existed about 500 years ago, Jack. And it's hard for me, Jack. It's hard for me to deal with these people of today.
It's only hard because you resist it, and you resist because you
Jack,
judge.
I don't want to be a
You
troon.
judge
I
because
don't
that's
want
what you were
the
taught.
modern world, Jack.
Do you
I
want
don't, Jack.
help? I asked you earlier, do you want to be right or do you want to change?
He wants to see how much you will
But
tolerate.
Jack, I can't accept that men are women. I just, Jack, I can't live in this modern world. I can't do it, Jack.
Well, then your choice is what? Die?
If that, Jack, Jack, I feel like I'm dying every day inside a little bit.
Then choose to live. Change your beliefs. It's easy. I'll help you if you want. And I'm not kidding. No charge.
No, I'm not
no
kidding,
cost.
Jack. I'm not kidding. Jack, I'm not. I just have this thing when I see a troon. I gotta take off, Jack. This is really upsetting me. Jack. I think I gotta go beat up a troon or something. I'll talk to you later, Jack. I'll be back.
Blessings to you, brother. Thank you for joining. Truly, truly fascinating.
It's too
Entwine the
colorful.
mind on YouTube. Do you do these panels often? Have you been in this area before?
No, and no, I don't do these often. No, so whenever I feel like it, maybe today I will. I've been on Grace's channel. I've said what's up to her a couple times. Other than that, oh, Dusty, I know Dusty. I see you have him up here.
Yeah.
Dusty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you swung through.
I'm not a big time YouTuber like say Grace or Dusty, so.
Or Talcott. I mean, the biggest YouTuber here. Let's show respect. Come on, man.
Oh, Jack's pretty big too. Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
YouTube members.
he's the next big thing.
Actually, we have this possibility for sure. We really do. I'm telling you guys, I've heard this. These ideas got planted into my mind and they have grown. So I want to pass these on to you as well. We are a part of something unbelievable, something that's never been done before. That's what's happening through us. It's big or small.
It's big.
I believe seriously, because of this because of what I've experienced so far, my goals and this live without fear. Well, the conversation I had earlier today with another man of deep faith, calls himself a Christian, right? For sure. We are the body of Christ. That's the whole message, is to be one with God so that God lives through you, so that God's goodness is lived with you and through you, and you see it for you in the world that's created for you. When we unite, overcome our differences, and we unite together to be with a love for the truth, we're going to call Donald Trump and Hegseth and the rest of the United States Congress out, and we'll have them admit their failures, have them confess to where they're not quite got it together. Lasagna killer. Jack, I'm going to call the FBI on you. Please have them give me a call directly. Especially if they are interested in a better future for the world.
It's like
I'll
a
talk to
sad
everybody.
energy, man.
He has no clue. I'm literally talking about we have the opportunity to end wars, bring peace to the world, that the return of Christ, it's here with us. I think God's waiting for us to claim it, but we can keep being sad too.
Now, this is not meant to sound insulting, but are you one of those people that believe that the end times are coming soon?
I believe that the end of the old times is happening now, and that we are here to bring in the new kingdom. And the new kingdom was God's original design. A world filled with men and women all around the world who love God, who love one another, who are living in the likeness of Jesus. And as more and more people live in the likeness of Jesus, looking out for the widows and the orphans, and guess what? We're going to work together and just eliminate poverty.
And you believe that could be achieved in this world, and this, not in the New Jerusalem that is promised at the end of Revelation?
I believe the New Jerusalem it's here. I believe the words from the Bible are a true mystery. And it's, in my opinion, it's some pretty fascinating and amazing word games, right? A lot of plays on words is what is in there. So the reality I've come to, it's the same that others have talked about for generations. It's that God is everything. Okay? There is no thing that you or I could ever experience that is absent from God. Right? So if God is everything, what are you?
I guess I'm a God in my own right. I wouldn't say I'm the God, though, but I would say
you're an aspect of. Right. And the beautiful thing about our God, though, is it's not divided and broken. It's still unified. So wherever God is, the wholeness and the fullness of God is. So the wholeness and the fullness of God is with each and every one of us, right? That's why we are who we are, is because God has chosen us to be. But we get to be within the power of our mind and our limitations. We get to be how we want. Our want is going to come from our heart, right? Our desires. But our heart's desires, our wants are going to be limited by the information in our minds. But if all we're thinking about is the worldly things, the bills and the conflicts and all this other stuff, we don't stop and listen for God's answers, right? We're not looking to God.
I just want to say something. Iceman, your stare is like disturbing me, but do your thing, dude. Ben, how would you say you get right with God?
Beautiful. Thank you.
I'm Catholic, so I mean, the Catholic thing is to respond to to seek the truth, respond to the gospel, and participate in the sacraments of the church, which is similar to what Jack said. You repent for your sinfulness, get baptized, become part of God's community, and then grow in faith through the Holy Spirit.
Okay. And
but mine's more institution. I think it's a similar thing, but I would say institutions are really important in doing that, though they're imperfect.
Yeah, definitely. So, have you felt the growth ever since becoming a Catholic? I don't know when that was, but I don't know. Just wondering.
I became Catholic in 1994, and yeah, I definitely am super grateful. I'm not saying I hate the aspects of institution where you're telling other people you're going to hell. I don't think that's really the point, but I do think it's a privileged. I'm frankly lazy, so I think it's easier to do this with a group of people than by yourself.
Right. Okay.
So it's like a family. I see it as being part of a family. Whereas before I was kind of on my own, and I couldn't, a lot of things. It was just great to see, as I see it, something you can trust, like a group of people who you can trust, who God's given this gift to, rather than doing it on your own.
I've come across a lot of Catholics in this community. I'll just name a few that I've come across. The 777 guy, he claims to be a Catholic.
I don't know him.
Ponder.
Yeah.
He goes on CT's channel, Imperious. He claims to be
Imperious claims to be Catholic.
Bob from the Gospel of Bob. I don't know if you guys are aware of him. I used to work for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a lot of Catholics. I used to always have this thing about Catholicism that it was like dominated by Mexicans, and it was like a Mexican culture thing. And with the Virgin Mary, they have their statues. The ones that you know what I'm talking about, the ones in the Spanish stores.
Yeah, probably because that's so visually obvious, that you have the Our Lady of Guadalupe and stuff like that, and tattoos of Our Lady of Guadalupe. So that's more common in that culture. But I mean,
I did not realize how
European immigrants, obviously the Irish, the Italians, those were largely Catholic cultures. The French, some Germans. So if you look at immigration patterns, you do have a ton of Catholics in the 20th century, right around the 20th century. A lot of those immigrants were Catholic, but they tend to unlike the Mexicans who are more overtly Catholic, they tend to hide it a little bit more because they want to assimilate. They don't see, you know what I mean? They want to blend in with the white culture, kind of like Mormons want to blend in. That was our strategy.
My understanding is that part of the impetus, if that's the right word, prompting the separation between church and state was the historical influence of the Catholic Church.
Well, depending on what you mean by separation of church and state, the Catholic Church has always believed in a separation of church and state, but not certainly to the extent. So in other words, the Pope was never a king of a country, although they had papal states, so somewhat they did.
Right, but the influence of the Catholic Church on the kings and queens and royalties, which ran down onto the peoples, that's what America wanted to protect us from.
Except
people from the church.
If you think of a nation as a body and soul, you have to have a soul. So what you end up with is in America, we say things like patriotism are good, individualism are good. So there is there ends up being a kind of secular religion,
right?
Which you can critique just like any other religion. So when you saw Anthony Fauci, he was kind of the high priest for a year or so there.
Right.
If you liked how that went, then okay, you can see that's when we ran into a question. Instead of going to the Pope, we went to him and we said, okay, you rule us for a while. And I don't think that went too well.
This is evidence, one could say, of the devil. Right? Because man has not turned to God, man turns to authority, right?
I don't see it as that's very American itself, as saying
Fauci,
authority. And I agree with you. I mean, I'm not arguing that was great. I think that was a mistake. But when I'm saying it's not authority per se, that's the problem. I think it's a type of authority, but it's very American to say we shouldn't have authorities. Do you know what I mean?
We should not.
You don't believe that that a father should have authority in a family? Of course you do, right? The parent should have authority.
We need to redefine what authority means, because what we've done in this material world is we place authority by position, right? The father is the authority because he's the strongest, perhaps, right? And then we've used force to determine a lot of these things. The government, we've given power and placed the people in it as authority, right? But the reality,
I don't think we've given, but that's the American thing. I think it's natural. I think families are natural. I think governments are natural. But
hierarchy is natural. But having one individual with the supremacy that another must be subordinate to another, no, it should be a partnership. Right? And authority, what any authority is in any corporation or government by position, it's where information is processed through. In all of these corporate and government structure, every position of authority, it's a decision maker.
Yeah.
Someone is trained to make decisions, paid to make decisions. We're
Right.
all decision makers. We are all authority under God.
Well, I would say it's a partnership, Jack, in the same sense. Like a lot of people would say, if you're a traditional Christian and you say that a man has a certain authority and a woman has the responsibility to obey his authority, that is a partnership. It is very difficult to be a follower. And
All right.
yes,
Yeah.
the person in authority can abuse it, but the follower can also abuse it
Yes, they
by not
can.
listening. And like I think harmony is what we're looking for.
I love it.
But if you say, well, the only harmony we can have if everyone's an equal, I just think that's really not how it is.
All right.
You know?
Ben, you do a wonderful job of articulating some disagreements with me. I agree with what you were saying.
I've had terrible bosses, Jack, and it is rough to obey a terrible boss. But like the way I feel like it, God put you in that situation, and you should obey. And you know, He pays you, so like. I don't know that rebellion is a good idea when you got to, especially when you got to feed your family. But like, sure, if you can then save up money and do that, it's not as easy as people think to be an authority. You know,
Well,
it's a lot of ways not fun to be an authority.
Ben, what you just described is where America has become. Is everyone just kind of does what they have to do? They got to go get a job. They got to do what they're told. You know.
Well, I mean, in the world of politics, Jack, you say politicians need to keep their noses clean, be transparent, be honest. Okay, but in the world of politics, it's the art of the possible. So sometimes you do have to cater and pander to a certain powerful demographic because it's very easy to say a politician should never compromise. But like, you also have to get elected.
Right. We've got a broken system. The entire society is broken. There's so many things we can.
By design. It's broken by design.
It is. You're right. It is broken by design. But if we go to the greatest designer, this is God's story. Every day, God reveals to us what is true. What is true about the world we live in is shown and lived through us all. We've got to pay attention to what the world is showing us and then ask ourselves, what does God want us to do?
I mean, I would just say we're all individually broken. Like sin is with us. And so that's where I'd be different than you. You're more optimistic. I think because of sin, like we await the second coming of Christ. And what little things we can do here, mostly we just keep ourselves from creating a hell on earth, not really creating a heaven on earth. So I don't have a real problem with Epstein's Island. I think the rich and the powerful are always going to do stuff like that. Always have, always will. And I think if there was illegal stuff, they should be prosecuted. But a lot of that stuff, if you're wealthy and powerful, it's like, no, it's not news to me that there are wealthy and powerful people who do things that are immoral. It's not news to me.
Right. But the thing is, it wasn't news to me either. I used to believe we couldn't do anything about it. I used to believe it was someone else's problem. I no longer believe those things. I don't believe it is my problem, but I believe it is our opportunity. We, and especially men here, okay? Men, I'm going to swing back to something I kind of disagreed with earlier. There is a purpose for each of us. There's a place and a role for men. We are created to be the leaders, to create a safe world for the women and children around us. We've lost sight of that. We've been too busy earning and fighting. We have everything we need right now to bring peace to the world, to end world hunger. with the path that Donald Trump, the United States representatives, are taking us on, sending troops to the Middle East, right? More men, women, and children are being sacrificed each day in the name of selfishness and cruelty. God
Hey,
created us to do something. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, thank you for having me up. I just want to let you know, I watched your show yesterday, and I saw that someone bombed you. And I don't understand. I'm confused why you're getting trolled so much. Maybe I'm missing something, but from what I've been hearing, you're just a dude that believes in something nice, and I don't see the problem with that. And you kind of have a good following for that. You know, people are going to listen to what you're saying. So I'm confused.
That it's daddy issues, guaranteed. Jack looks like some people's fathers that they hate. There is really nothing else, I don't think.
My theory is God is using me. I mean, in my heart, it makes sense to me. I found healing in myself from addiction and sadness, right? I overcame my depression and my alcoholism. And so I wanted to try and find ways to help others heal. So God allowed me to learn from a lot of people who know a lot of different ways to heal. And I'm no expert. I can't teach or do what they do, but in this noggin, I got a lot of good stuff. And my hope is to help others. God allowed me to believe that I could do something with this live without fear. I've been thinking worldwide since the beginning. So the point is, what I think is happening is as I have devoted myself to God, and I've done so publicly and openly, I have faced more and more challenges. Why not? If we are in fact predestined to become like Christ, like Jesus, well, then we got to go through refinement. We got to get rid of the parts of us that are not like that, right? And you don't know the parts of you. Well, what was that? Our habits, when our habits become visible, that's when we find out. When our habits stop working, they become visible. And that's when we can create these opportunities of change. My
Jack,
old habit.
I'm gonna hop off, but thank you for having me. Thank you for having me and my dad. Bye, guys.
Grace, thank you for the raid and all you. Much love. Appreciate you.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Hey, and it sounded like. What's that?
I don't know. I don't know what's the deal. Like I said, I'm probably very ignorant to everything we're going on here. But from what I've seen and witnessed, you just seem like someone that has a good message, and you just want people to. I don't have a problem with that at all. So whatever. We all have skeletons in our closet, so I'm not going to act like I'm better than someone else just because they do something differently than I do. But what am I? Who am I? I'm just another person that's trying to figure it out. Yeah. So thank you for having me, Jack.
Hey, thank you. It's been a pleasure, and I hope you swing through again as well.
I subscribe. I was here yesterday too, and unfortunately, someone did that to you on your channel. I was like, wow, what is going on over here?
Yeah, we'll get through it. All right. Thank you, brother. Blessings to you. I think it is about time for me to start wrapping up too. JG, final words from you, my brother. Peace and blessings. Thank you, sir. I've got a couple in the back here. I'm going to entertain just very, very briefly, but not foolishly. Lasagna Killer.
What's up, Jack? I've seen you a couple of times. What's up, man?
How are you? I don't know you though. Do I?
I don't know. I did like super chat some things that I thought were funny, but other than that, not really.
Hey, all right. I don't mean to be distrusting, but I am ready to wrap up.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not gonna try to show you like my butthole or something. Don't worry.
All right. Anything on your mind?
Well, no, you're gonna wrap up. I kind of wanted to, because Ben's a Catholic, and I don't think Catholics are gonna go to heaven. So I want him to change into being a Protestant Christian.
You want him to change and become a Protestant Christian?
Yeah. What kind of are you a Catholic, Protestant, non-denominational?
I didn't press back. I try not to press back too much about people's individual faith, but I'm not a big fan of Catholicism.
So what are you then? Protestant, I guess?
Possibly.
Evangelical?
I mean, when I heard the protests and the points from Luther, isn't that who it was?
You probably know more about that than me.
I think it was Luther who wrote, but why do we have Protestants and Lutherans? Anyway, whoever it was, yeah, when the first thing that broke them apart, the list of protests, I agree with. I disagree with the idea of the Pope claiming itself as the vicar of Christ, being in the place of. But I understand that sometime back in history, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that and also the fact that the Catholics worship like the Virgin Mary as like some type of other like demigod within like the Bible. Don't they have statues of like um apostles, and Catholics choose which apostle they like resonate with most and then like pray to that apostle, which isn't in itself, isn't it like blasphemous?
I think it is. I do, but I also don't claim to be an expert. I trust God has a plan and a purpose for all things. So if we look at all things with a little bit of wonder and we look for the mystery in all things, with love, I believe God reveals the answers to us. And I've been looking and asking a lot of questions, dude, but there's a reason, there's good and bad within the Catholic Church. It took me a long time to finally start accepting some of the good, to be honest. But that's kind of how it was with the Bible overall, too.
So you're like the type of guy that you're like you can find good in even like the worst things?
I've become that way, yes, because at the greatest perspective, which is where I try to consider the greatest perspective being God's, it's all from God. So who am I to judge?
Okay, okay. When we're talking about like religious talk, but you're not talking about every situation, right? Do you like agree that there's some situations where it's just like there's nothing good to be had from that situation, like Pearl Harbor or like the concentration camps in World? Like, I don't think you could find any type of good in certain situations.
Yes, you can. World War II. Take that for example. While there are a lot of mysteries and a lot of contradictions in what was passed down through history, there was a lot of men and women who devoted themselves, their scholarly time and lives studying, trying to put the pieces together. How could this happen? How could these normal people get to this point? And more importantly, how do we avoid it? So it's my understanding, a lot of psychiatry was developed from that. Not to mention the human experimentation that was done during World War II by the Japanese and by the Germans, and who knows, and then by the CIA on the unknowing Americans and Canadians. All the human experimentation that came out of the war, it actually kind of helped propel our science, our advancements in science and stuff. So
But what about the person that was getting experimented on? Like, I understand kind of what you're saying, but like, what about the person that was at the other end of that scalpel or whatever it might be? Like, I don't think he would feel that way, right? In my opinion.
well, to be honest, we wouldn't know what they would feel because that's determined by God, I believe.
But can we like surmise that like if either me or you were if we were in those shoes and like people were experimenting on our
Oh, it'd
bodies,
be
we'd say like,
horrible.
yeah, I don't
Horrible.
think I would think like,
Oh,
okay, I don't.
no. In the midst of it, no, it'd be near impossible to find the positivity. yeah, I mean, and admittedly, thank you for calling me out seriously, because here I am in the comfort of not only hindsight but distance, right? Yeah, observe and intellectualize, and it's easier to see. But no, in the midst of tragedy is tragedy. It's tough. It's painful. But in every painful, what I've found is God sends angels. God sends helpers. God sends answers, right?
I'll keep that in mind. I was gonna ask you. I'm about to play like a Fortnite game. Do you play Fortnite or no?
No, I have
All
not.
right. Well, thanks for letting me on, man. I'll catch you next time. All right.
Hey, thank you for the support. I appreciated the conversations too. What a blessings. Do I continue going, or do I'm going to give it a brief try. Snafu, thank you for your patience.
So when can we have a real conversation about you, the man who makes grandiose claims without any actions or anything to show? And like, when are we going to have this conversation, Jack? Or are you just going to keep blasphemizing, changing scripture, not telling people the optics of why your family disowned you, why you lost a job at the postal office union? Because of these same delusions you're showing on YouTube is why your in real life has been fucked. And then you ask, like, why is my life so shitty and everyone fucking, and I'm like, this is a real, I'm not trying to dog you, Jack. It's when these people feed your delusions, it hurts you. You've lost in real life optics because of
that is
bullshit.
you. Dude,
No,
you're speaking
I'm
to
not the
you.
one whose family disowned him, whose
Please
son won't
listen
allow me
to
to meet the
you.
grandchildren.
Where's
I'm
your
not the one who
family?
lost a union job. Do you know how hard it is to lose a job at the union, at a post office?
Oh my God, he's not wrong. He's not wrong on that last one. You know how hard it is to lose a good union job when you got good union reps around you? You know how easy it is to lose things when people choose to lie and be dishonest? I got to experience that, Matthew. Snafu. I got to see what happens when people choose to lie instead of just tell the truth. And I know you want to make the claim and make the case that it's me who lied, but no, brother. You're lost, Snafu. It did sound like you were calling in from the bathroom at the hospital. I'm going to wrap up. You're welcome to stick around, Snafu. You and I can have a conversation. Doesn't have to be public. And I won't bore the rest of the folks with the looping that may arise. Brothers and sisters, today, I want to thank everyone for the generosity. There was a bunch of generosity earlier. I hope if you tuned in late, I hope you do catch some of the beginning. I'm trying to remember. I think I brought some good stuff out. The idea of discussing faith and God's love. It is with faith that we get to live without fear. And if you can live without fear as opposing to being afraid, hello, kind of a no-brainer, my dear. I'm going to wrap it up here. Brothers and sisters, thank you again. Until next time, choose love, peace for everyone, walk with faith, and live without fear. Peace and love. Thank you.